Where do I start with this movie? This was a wow. There was not much said to the point I don't even know what to say. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even introduce myself. I just went straight. What's good, love life, Chris? Yeah, boy. Musa back with another movie review. Now, Buffy. This was an interesting one. Not many words, but I like the way they wrote it. It was very funny. One of my patrons actually told me after I uploaded it, the reaction on Patreon. One of them told me that a lot of it was improvised. Again, not much words said, and I was like, you know what, that actually makes sense, because there's not really a script. They're just gonna have to do, like, you know what I mean, give them directions and whatnot. What's gonna pretty much happen in this scene? Go for it. Like, you know what I mean. You know, our actors and actresses, you should be able to handle this. Go for it. So the fact that a lot of it was improvised I think that made it so much better, because it was how you felt in the moment, right? That's what improvisation is how you feel in the moment. So it wasn't really acting. It was, I'm in this role. This is how I would act in this role, you know? But Priyanka bodied her role. I mean, she absolutely, she knocked it out of the park. She did her thing, you know? I was like, yay! Priyanka! Is that yay? All the movements, the hand gestures, all that stuff, you know, certain things, the way she was looking. I was like, it's on point. That's how autistic people act. You know what I mean? I was like, wow, okay. I see you, Priyanka. You're trying to show me you can do the whole thing. The whole thing. I was like, okay. So she bodied her part. And Rabi Kapoor, Barfi, he was awesome, man. he was a lot of fun. He was a very fun character. What I really like about the movie is the back and forth, present, past, to kind of show, like, his story and his relationship with, what's her name, Elena de Cruz. Okay, that's her name. Who is fine, not fine, but fine. First time I saw on the screen, I was like, who's that? Huh? I was like, mashallah, God done taking his time on you. Just admiring God's work. But yeah, then obviously Buffy and her had a connection. The way he was like, you know, my heart is yours, all that stuff, and I knew she was feeling him. You know what I'm saying? But obviously, I think her family promised her to someone else. I'm trying to remember. I watched this like 3 weeks ago. She was promised to marry someone else who she wasn't in love with, which is I don't know if it sounds pretty cliche when it comes to like Bollywood movies. That's like a big thing. I'm guessing it's part of the culture. It happens to a lot of families out there in India. I don't know. I'm just guessing, because they do it so many movies that I've watched. I've watched like 80 movies, and a lot of the time is like planned marriages, arranged marriage. That's what it's called. It's arranged marriage, and most of the time the daughter doesn't want it, or even sometimes the guy as well. They got a woman ready for him, and he's like, I don't want it. I don't know her. I don't love her. You know, it does work sometimes. I believe it does work. You know, coming from African culture, I've seen it. You know, where if it's in the beginning stages, all getting to know each other and yada yada, and actually eventually falling in love with the person because you spend so much time with them and all that stuff. So is it true love? Yeah, it's a sticky situation, that one. That's a whole topic for a whole other day, innit? But yeah, she was promised to someone else, but her heart, really and truly, it was with Buffy. But at the end of the day, she didn't really want to disappoint her parents, so she ended up getting married to a guy that she did not love whatsoever. And my guy Buffy was like, I ain't wasting time, innit? I ain't wasting time. He's like, I've been waiting. Do you know what I'm saying? And you clearly, you know what I mean, you ain't ready. So he went about his business. She obviously lived her life. I think she even lived her life, and then he just carried on doing his thing, and he ended up he was really good friends with Priyanka for many years. You know, it was a friendship that was there since they were young, which is the whole back and forth, present time, past. So they had a really good relationship already. And then they ended up dating. They found each other again after so many years, ended up dating, boom, 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 boom. And then they grew up old together, innit? Grew up old together. But, you know, he kept on, I think there was a scene, like he just kept on, because she went missing, you know, and I knew the whole thing was staged, bruh. I knew it. When they were like, oh, she dead, I'm like, where the body? You don't need to show me her body. I want evidence. You know what I'm saying? Evidence that she's dead. I knew she went back to the home. And I knew the dad was the El Chapo. I knew he set up the whole thing from the beginning. First scene there, I was like, yeah, the dad's involved in this. He just wants money. You know? He just wants mullah. And then obviously they accused Barfi of killing her. If you haven't watched the movie, yeah, I'm spoiling it. You should have watched this movie by now. If you haven't, I'm sorry, not sorry. But yeah, he got accused for the murder, which he didn't commit, and obviously he had to try and prove his innocence and whatnot. But he ended up finding her, and then obviously they grew up all together, and he was friends with Shiruti, who Elena. They were friends, but she still loved him. Do you know what I mean? And obviously Priyanka, there was a scene where she was kind of feeling jealous, which was her right to feel jealous, because the way Barfi was kind of neglecting her and focusing on Shiruti, who he hadn't seen for a long time. I get it, you know what I mean? If you ever seen someone he was in love with, you know what I mean? And she was in love with him for a long time. You know, you want to catch up, you want all that stuff. And then I think Barfi, his hormones and everything started coming back, you know, like, this is my first love, you know what I mean? And he kind of just left Priyanka. And she could see it, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? She woke. She could see it. And even we could see it, the viewers. So she just all of a sudden just disappeared. Yeah, it was like a love triangle in a way, but with Barfi and two females, you know what I mean? One was one you grew up with for time, friends, all that stuff. Another one is you met her, you fell in love, blah, 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 but she was promised to someone else. Yeah, man. Great movie. I did enjoy it a lot, even though there was not much said. What about the music? There wasn't really music. I'm thinking right now, because it was like 3 weeks ago. I'm trying to, right now I'm getting my memory back. There wasn't really music in there. There was like soundtracks in the back, you know, for to adrenaline and stuff like that. Sad part, sad music, energy part, energy music type of situation. But I don't feel like there was songs, because they weren't saying nothing, you know. Most of the lines in the movie was Barfi. That was about it. And the other characters, the extras and stuff like that, they did an amazing job as well to bring the movie all together. You know, people that were close to Priyanka in the home that she was in. And obviously Barfi and his dad that looked after him, who passed away. I'm trying to remember. Yeah, that as well. Yeah, so it was a great story, great movie, lots of fun. If you haven't checked it out, go check it out. You will enjoy it, and I'm happy that I got to watch it. So shout out to everyone that suggested it. Shout out to my patrons as well for suggesting it. And I shall catch you guys in the next movie review, which will probably be Student of the Year is the next movie that I need to watch. So yeah, I'll see you guys then. As always, hit the video with a thumbs up. Love life, love life, love life. Go get that merch. Peace.
हमारी खूबसूरती ने खुदा से खता करा दी, कहीं खुद से नजर न लग जाए, यूं कर तुम्हें नजर न दी।
कहाँ रह गई तो?
My man got a game like that.
कब लौटे?
अगले दिन रविवार को।
कितने बजे?
शाम को।
सत्संग कहाँ था?
पणजी में।
हम समझ गए, पूरा गेम समझ गए हम। कौन फिरकी ले रहा है? तपस्वी जी भगवान को जौन टेलीफोन लगाता है, ऐसा मुंडी ऊपर करके प्रभु पद प्रदर्शित करे, वो सब काल रंग नंबर पर जा रहा है।
What the fuck?
मैडम, मैं दीपिका का पापा हूँ।
डीसीपी है ना
जी
You don't want it. You don't want it.
రండి సార్
You don't want it.
అడవిలో ఉన్న సార్ వీళ్ళ బలం యాడికి పోతారు ఇచ్చేయండి సార్
You don't want it. This is not the type of problems you want, bruv. I'm gonna start singing straight away.
మనోళ్ళ సరుకు బయటకు తీసినా తీస్తారు సార్ పరువు పోతుంది రండి సార్